Well, God bless you. I'm Pastor James Jackson. This is Real People, Real Voices.
And I'm Pastor Wayne Moore.
Got a great show on today.
Yes, we do. We have a great host. We have a great guest with us today. And let's get right to it.
Yeah, Indianapolis's newest mayor.
Yes, he's 8 months in. From what I can see, he's doing a great job. He's done an outstanding job this year with putting young people to work along with other organizations. He's doing a great job with the abandoned houses in our communities. He's doing a great job so far with the ideal of creating a world-class police department.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk with him and see what's going on. What else he has for us?
And he ended the moratorium on streetlights.
Yeah. Well,
And, I did a study, Dr. Moore, about crime and preventing crime. One of the things that I studied was you have to harden a target.
right.
And so streetlights, light up the place.
Yes.
It makes it harder for criminals to do what they do.
Yeah, but you go back, look at the history of Indianapolis. There are many streets that haven't had street lights for over 25 years. So that's an improvement in some communities.
Yeah, so when we look at, I think, and I always tell people this, what you monitor and measure improves.
Right.
And Mayor Hawk said before he became mayor had about a 14, 15 page of public safety
We
things.
are familiar with that.
Yeah, that he was going to do. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Certainly,
Right.
certainly not about the whole thing.
Yeah, but most of it.
But most of it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of knocking those things down.
Yeah. He has a great approval rate right now. He's doing a lot as it relates to what he had promised in the first 8 months. He's
That's
got
important.
at least 35 to 50% of that done already.
So you stay tuned right here to Real People, Real Voices. We want you to be able to see your mayor, for those of you who live in Indianapolis, to be able to hear him. And if you would like to ask questions, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe there, and leave us a message, and we'll get those questions to him. And I've always known him to respond.
Oh yes, he loves to work in the community and talk with the community.
Yeah, so we'll be back after this. Well, welcome back to Real People, Real Voices with your host, James Jackson.
And I'm Wayne Moore.
And we're going to get right into it. We want to welcome our mayor, Mayor Joe Hogsett. Welcome to the show.
Pastor, thank you. Dr. Moore, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Dr. Moore and I were talking about the successes that you've had. Before we get into some of those other things, let's talk about one of your passions, and that's youth jobs. Dr. Moore and I were there when you launched the Project Indy.
Well, you two were pioneers as part of a first comprehensive youth employment jobs program in the city's history. You all have been doing good work for providing summer jobs for our young people. But what I found was, in many cases, they were disparate efforts being made by faith-based groups, some philanthropic and charitable not-for-profits, but there was really no coordinated effort. And I think that there is strength in numbers. So when the two of you, along with many other community partners, were willing to come forward so that the mayor's office could help really do nothing more than organize and coordinate the good work that was already being done, when you have something big, then other people want to join in. Other people want to be a part of that. And certainly this summer has been successful in employing around 1,000 young people for the summer. And we hope that the momentum that's been established can then translate next summer into 2,000 young people, maybe in the summer after that, 3,000 young people, because summer job opportunities are just an important part of maturation, giving the kids the kind of start that they need in life to learn a good work ethic, interact with adults in meaningful ways that I think further their maturation and their self-confidence. And then once they've graduated high school, then we move into either enrollment, employment, or enlistment.
Yeah, and that's something that Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Farabee, he talks about that all the time.
Right. It's a critical component. You know, in today's world with the complexities that we face, kids just have a lot of opportunity to make bad decisions. The lure of the streets are strong. And what we want to do through our summer jobs program is over the course of the summer, give them the opportunity to have meaningful work, put a little money in their pocket, learn some skills. As you both know, in many of the programs, we're not only giving them summer employment, but a couple of hours each day can be spent in in-service training with financial literacy, computer literacy, how to access the internet for scholarship opportunity, educational opportunity, job opportunities. So we're not only preparing them for summer work, but we hopefully are also giving them life skills that they will be able to use for years to come.
I think,
You know what, Mayor, there's one thing that we've discovered, that as we work with jobs, that the juvenile crime rate, I know the numbers are not in yet for this summer, but the juvenile crime rate has a tendency to go down when youth jobs are at its peak for those 6 weeks. Tell me, what do you think about that?
I don't think there's any question but what it has a very positive outcome. I was told a long time ago by someone much wiser than me that in the summer, if kids got nothing to do, they rarely do nothing. They'll find something to do. And that's why I think it's important that, that we do give them these opportunities, because the truth is, it's a summer jobs program. It's an educational opportunity. It's an anti-crime program. I mean, it's so many things wrapped up into one. And that's why it has been profoundly important to me to get off in this first year to a good start. And again, thanks to the efforts that both you and several of your fellow faith-based community colleagues, as well as many other businesses coming together. And what opportunities like today give me is to not only talk about the success of the program, but then encourage other businesses, other private sector interests to come up next summer and say, hey, we want to be part of that because it's important to the community.
I think it's appropriately named Project Indy.
Right.
And what most people don't know or realize, that Indianapolis is leading in the nation with this kind of project. Right. As I understand it, with youth unemployment being as high as 28% across the nation, and in some areas in the nation, at some points 48% youth unemployment ages 16 to 24. So Project Indy is not, I think, just something for Indianapolis, but it can be a template for cities across the nation.
Well, and I think that the folks in Washington recognize that. We were awarded a grant from the U.S. Department of Labor to not only help us provide summer job opportunities, but that grant money will be available during the course of this upcoming school year for continued employment opportunities during the educational time of the year, the regular school year. So I think that Washington is taking notice, and I think you're absolutely right. This type of effort can be duplicated or replicated in other communities like Indianapolis that do, in fact, have high rates of unemployment, particularly in that 16 to 24 age cohort. So we're proud that we're off to a good start with maybe bigger and better things to come.
That's great. I tell you, and you need to be commended, really, based on the resources that you had to work with going into the summer, especially working with another mayor's budget. It's very difficult to find funds to put 200 young people to work, let alone 1,000. So you need to be commended for that, and all those who are part of the project ought to be commended as well.
Well, and you know, the truth is, and I don't want to give away anyone's age on stage, but when we were young, the summer jobs that we were looking for were 12 weeks in length. I mean, I wanted a job from Memorial Day until Labor Day, because that's when my summer vacation was.
That's exactly right.
Well, the truth is today, with the balanced calendars that our school systems are engaged in, summer vacation is really 6 to 8 weeks long. So it has become more affordable and more opportunities may be able to be provided just because you're not talking about a 3-month program, but you're really talking about anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks. But the important aspects are self-evident, and that is it gives them work opportunities, it helps save back a little money for later use in the school year, and really exposes them to what they're going to be facing after high school and when they go into the job market as adults, young adults.
That's right.
Well, when we come back, Dr. Moore, with our mayor being here with us,
We're honored to have him here today.
truly honored and doing a great job with youth jobs throughout the city of Indianapolis. We want to talk about public safety, which is the most basic responsibility of local government. And as I understand it, abandoned homes being knocked down.
Yeah.
And that can help prevent crime.
And hopefully he can tell us what we can look for, if he could, with the budget. And that's going to help us because this is going to be Mayor Hockstett's budget now. We're going to see what he has to say about that.
So you stay tuned right here on WHMB Channel 40. We also want to encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can go to WHMB Channel 40 on YouTube, subscribe to this channel, and that way you can share it with your family and friends who don't live in the city of Indianapolis. We're happy that you are here with us on today. We have much more coming up with Mayor Joe Hogsett, new mayor of Indianapolis just this year. We know that you're going to enjoy the next segment. God bless you. We'll be back after this. Well, welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm your host, James Jackson.
And I'm Pastor Wayne Moore.
Great show on today. We've
Yes.
got Mayor Joe Hogsett,
And
mayor of, I believe, the 12th largest city in the United
it
States.
is the 12th largest city, and he's doing a great job with the first 8 months. And we hope to see some greater things happen in the next 4 months. So,
And some things are happening.
yeah, right now, even as we speak, they're tearing down houses.
Yeah,
so.
well, you know, for years, as we speak,
As we
you
speak.
can almost hear it in the background.
Yeah, as we speak.
But Mayor Hogsett, certainly the problem with abandoned homes is not a new problem. But you've gotten in there and you've got 99 abandoned homes knocked down in different parts of the city. Off air, you were telling us about a very large mobile home park that you're going to be tackling here real soon.
Well, I want to clarify for Dr. Moore, we are talking about abandoned homes.
Abandoned homes,
So
yeah.
nobody's living in them. But you're absolutely right. Abandoned homes has been a systemic challenge, frankly, not just for the city of Indianapolis, but for urban centers all around the country. So the problem is not unique to Indianapolis, and it's important to underscore these issues, like so many issues facing urban America, they didn't happen overnight. And so we're not going to be able to just wave a magic wand and solve them overnight. But specifically, we are using federally funded hardest hit dollars to demolish 336 homes that are so dilapidated that they are beyond repair. And that's an important point to make. We're not demolishing homes just to demolish homes. That's not always the court of first resort. What we want to try to do is save housing stock, rehabilitate it if we can, perhaps use it to the advantage of our people. Use it as an incentive, for example, to attract teachers to Indianapolis who would teach in IPS for several years and in return be given a home that at either low or no cost that they could rehab and then maybe keep the equity from. So while abandoned and dilapidated homes, blighted homes will continue to be a challenge, we're going to use the tools that are available to us from soup to nuts to see how many homes can be rehabilitated and saved and brought back into good housing stock. Or if the homes like the one we tore down just yesterday are really beyond any kind of repair because they have been abandoned for so long, they become, as you appreciate, dens of of iniquity and drug-infested houses. Many people in the neighborhood yesterday were telling me that it was not unusual to see homelessness being housed in this abandoned home.
Squatters.
Yeah, people come in, and so we are off to a good start. It'll take a comprehensive effort, but it too is like so many things that we've talked about in this program, kind of an anti-crime effort as well. So we're off to a good start, and hopefully good things will happen in the future.
As I understand it, those hardest hit funds will expire at the end of the year. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can knock down as many of those abandoned homes as possible.
Yeah, it's actually at the you have to use them by the end of 2017.
2017, okay.
So we'll have another 4 months or 5 months this year, and then all of 2017. But trying to use all those monies, and we want to take advantage of it
Right.
because I mean it's our money. We send it to Washington, and we're just getting it back because we're all taxpayers. So we want to take advantage of it to help improve the neighborhoods throughout our community, and as long as it's used effectively by 2017. Now the trailer park, the abandoned trailer park that we'll be raising next month, that's going to be used by funds that we have locally here through our Department of Neighborhood Services, and so we're trying to tap as many different resources to deal with this issue for the betterment of our neighborhoods.
Well, we got a budget that's coming up.
Yes.
What is it, over $33 million?
Well, actually, the budget that will be announced next Monday will probably be in the neighborhood of over $1 billion.
Over $1 billion.
Yes.
Okay. So a lot going. That's a daunting task.
It is, and but it's an important aspect of transparency, so that you introduce the budget in August. Typically, the City County Council will hold hearings on the many different aspects of it, and be in a position maybe perhaps by October to pass it, so that come January 1 we'll have a budget. Now, it won't surprise you to know that a disproportionate amount of that money does go into public safety. We want to increase the number of police officers because I would like to see all of IMPD return to a community-oriented beat jurisdictional assignment. Currently, if you're an officer at IMPD, you patrol a zone, and that zone can be anywhere from 12 to 15 square miles. Now, that's a lot of territory. And when you're trying to cover 12 to 15 square miles, you're not getting out of your car very often except to respond to calls that you've been assigned. The return to community-based, jurisdictionally oriented beats will allow officers to cover just 1 to maybe 1.2 square miles. And that way they can get out of their car, they can talk to the neighbors and the residents in those neighborhoods. They can become familiar with the retail establishments and the merchants in those areas. And I not only believe that will encourage more of a proactive approach to law enforcement, but as all three of us, I think, appreciate, the relationship between the community and law enforcement always has to be emphasized and improved upon. We don't need to look back any further than the last 4 or 5 weeks to see some of the most tragic circumstances in our country's history. Now, fortunately, that has not happened in Indianapolis, but you never let up in trying to bring our neighborhoods together with law enforcement so that they're working in concert with one another.
Yeah, developing relationships.
Building relationships, and also he's basically what I'm hearing is there's going to be some recruitment for officers due to
Yes.
the radiuses that they cover. So you're going to need more officers.
Yeah, Doctor, there's no question that a police department is best serving the people that it is designed to serve when it reflects the community that it is designed to serve. And the truth is that currently it does not. We're making progress at IMPD. But as we add officers, I think additional funding has been provided to be more aggressive in terms of the recruitment of a broader and more diverse police force, not only racially and ethnically, but from a gender perspective.
Right.
So we hope that we're on that path.
Okay.
All right. So great show today
Yeah, well, yeah.
with our
Anytime
mayor.
you have the mayor here, you
Joe
got a great
Hogsett.
show.
Thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor.
Doctor.
And we want you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can go to the WHMB TV 40 YouTube channel and subscribe to this show, and you can watch it over and over and over again.
It's worth watching over and over and over again.
You know, people watch a lot of reruns anyway.
Well, we need to get them in rerun mode about real people, real voices.
And we hope that you will do that. We hope that you've enjoyed today's show. You can go to the city's website to find out more about what our mayor is doing and the progress that is being made. Until next time, God bless you, and thank you for joining us right here on Real People, Real Voices. God bless you.
I got smart about saving for college. And now my daughter's off to a great start.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find at smartaboutmoney.org.
We got smart about loans.
And sign here. Now it's our house we're going home to.
I got smart about preparing for those unexpected challenges. Now I know at least my finances will be healthy.
Smart About Money is a free online resource. We are a non-commercial, non-profit organization dedicated to helping people just like you get information about money. For everything from how to build an emergency fund to how to deal with job uncertainty, smartaboutmoney.org has the answers you've been looking for.
I got smart about credit.
Would you like paper or plastic?
Now paper or plastic has a whole new meaning.
Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart about your finances.
Welcome back to Real People, Real Voices. I'm James Jackson.
And I'm Wayne Moore.
You know, we had a great segment there with Mayor Joe Hogsett.
Yeah, I do believe that people who were apprehensive about him being mayor now might have a different idea about him as a mayor.
And those things that he proposed to do when he was running for mayor, it appears that he's getting those things done.
He's trying to fulfill some of his campaign promises. I think that's good. That shows that he is becoming and is a mayor of integrity.
Yeah, and the people who are watching the show today, if they have abandoned homes in their area, I wonder if they can call the Mayor's Action Line and indicate that.
Apparently, 99 houses are gone within 8 months.
Yeah.
So if you have an abandoned house in your area and it's becoming a nuisance to the neighborhood or the community, I would call that lumber, and I think they will respond.
Yeah, so first 8 months, of course, the budget's going to be presented here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And, you know, a $1 billion budget.
And the 33 million you were talking about, we were hoping that was for youth jobs.
that would be major, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 33 million for youth jobs, that would be phenomenal. We could get a lot of young people employed.
What do you think the council would say about that?
Well,
you know, the mayor may want to do it, but...
Yeah, I don't know what the council would say. You kind of put me on the spot when you asked me that question. But no, I really don't know what they would say. We would hope that the budget is approvable and that the community would be blessed by the Hogsett budget.
Yeah, so we'll be monitoring that, and we're excited about the fact that you and your family have joined us right here on Real People, Real Voices. Please don't forget, please remember to go to our YouTube site and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can see this show along with other ones that you might have missed anytime you want to see it. God bless you, and thank you for joining us.